Le gouvernement du Mali demande le retrait sans délai de la MINUSMA.
Will those in favor of the draft resolution please raise their hand?
I think our work impacted the life of many civilians in Mali, women, young people, and other segments of the population. I believe that the mission has delivered or achieved important results. There is no doubt about it. When it comes to the protection of civilians, obviously we can't provide physical protection to every single Malian who is in need of it, but in areas where the mission was deployed, there was a clear impact, tangible, visible by local populations. We have provided sustained political support to all the processes that were underway, be it the peace process. The ceasefire component, of course, was overseen by MINUSMA. We provided political support to the parties. We provided support for the participation of women. We worked very closely with Algeria, which was the chef de file, and other members of the intermediation. And some achievements were made. Definitely not all the provisions, and not in fact even some of the critical provisions of the agreement were implemented. But again, the responsibility lies with the parties. Our role was to support and to accompany them. And our efficacy is heavily dependent on the extent of their commitment. As far as the peace process is concerned, the focus was in enhancing the participation of women. And in that context, the Agreement Monitoring Committee was expanded so that women can contribute to the discussion. And it made a difference. They came together, irrespective of their affiliations. The women were absolutely outstanding in their desire to turn the page of conflict. So were the men, but the women were definitely of tremendous contribution to the effort that were being made. Indeed, the UN agencies' funds and programs were in Mali well before the deployment of MINUSMA, and will stay in Mali well after the withdrawal of MINUSMA. That means that UN support, UN solidarity with Malian people will continue. And of course, there are a host of issues on which development and other related issues on which the UN can make a meaningful contribution to Mali. And I have no doubt that in so doing, they will also build on the achievements that were made by MINUSMA. What happened speaks both to the difficulties of the Malian terrain, which was extremely challenging. We operated in an asymmetric environment. But it also, in my view, speaks to the determination, to the commitment of our peacekeepers, because they went all the way to sacrifice their lives for the sake of peace and security in Mali. And I think that needs to be emphasized and needs to be recognized. It was also a moment for us to stress how determined, how committed they were, and how committed MINUSMA as a whole has been in support of the Malian people. Our words will not repay the colleagues who departed, but we appreciate what they did, but we also know that they died for a higher cause, the cause of peace in the world.